So you want to get into Precure but don't know where to start? Don't worry, girlie. I got you. We're going to go over what Precure is and which seasons you should watch first and which seasons you should probably save for later once you get more familiar with the franchise. First and foremost, Precure is one of Toei's Magical Go franchise and a part of their action trilogy, along with Super Sentai aka Power Rangers and Kamen Rider. Precure is the girl variant, quote-unquote, even though guys do watch it too. We started to see the rise of guys at more series make them more prominent. Precure is a magical girl series where girls essentially kick ass and fight crime, but also go over big things like friendship, family, and values overall. For the most part, the lead character is usually always pink, just like Super Sentai or Power Rangers leader is always red. And the colors vary from different seasons, although in newer seasons we've seen more colors like a white and blue leader, and things of that nature as well, even though the original series leaders were black and white. Now each season has a different set of themes, gimmicks, morals, powers, and everything, types of characters, locations. It goes everywhere, right? My favorite seasons of the franchise happen to be Go Princess, which is highly revered, only second to Hardcatch Precure, which actually had the same animator as Ojama del Doremi. The thing about these two seasons is they not only have great animation and great fight scenes, but they also have great story and development. Some people even say that Hardcatch has a little bit of a slower vibe. If you're not into slower seasons, I don't recommend you starting with this one. Or Go Princess. They're great seasons on its own, but I do recommend lighter seasons to get the catch and the gist of the series first. So, where do you start watching? Great question. From top to bottom, we have 3 seasons. Hagto, Hiragaro Sky, and Kirakira Alamone. All great seasons in their own right, but you can't just start with any of these seasons. They all have different morals and values. For example, Hagto is a more coming of age slice of life, has a lot more emphasis on growing up and sometimes things changing. The middle season, Hiragaro Sky, focuses more on adventure, what it means to be a hero, what it is to be a Precure. And then the series at the bottom, Kirakira Alamone, has a lot more to do with baking and friendship and overcoming things that we might find hard to talk about. It doesn't have as much physical action as most seasons, but people still come to really like it because of the costume and colorful cast of characters. Another thing to mention is some seasons of Precure do follow similar tropes. For example, the Sixth Ranger, aka the mid-season Cure, coming in might be someone who is evil at first and then becomes a good guy, making the face turn. Sometimes it's somebody that's in plain sight the whole time. And sometimes it's a red herring situation where they show us multiple candidates for who the mid-season Cure might be. And it's somebody that we never even guessed it to be, and sometimes we know right from the beginning. But which seasons of the series should you start with? Here are my top 3 recommendations for Precure seasons to get new viewers and welcome new people into the franchise. These 3 seasons do a great job of welcoming the viewer and showing them what it means to be a Precure, and also setting up traditional values and standpoints that most series follow after. Disclaimer, even if I don't particularly like or favor any of these seasons, they still do a great job of welcoming the viewer into the franchise, and they're a lot lighter and easier to start with than going into some of the other seasons that have more complications and might confuse the viewer. These 3 seasons do a great job at showing the viewer what Precure is without overwhelming them, because later seasons have more complications and implications that might be a little confusing. Without further ado, we're going to start for most recommended you should watch first to least recommended you should watch first. Let's get into it with number 1. The first choice has to be Smile Precure. With its colorful collection of characters, elemental powers, fun theming, and fun villains, this is truly a good series to start Precure off. They have 3 sets of villains that are kind of like the Team Rocket of the franchise, that go back and forth. This is one of the few seasons where we don't see a replacement of generals, and we see all the villains to the very end of the series, and you get to build up strong relationships with all the characters, even if they don't have that much development. Every character gets a fair enough time to shine, even if some get more than others, but you relate to all of them, and it's the first season with the Orange Cure, but we didn't get one till much later on in the franchise. This is a great series to start off with. It's funny, it's lighthearted. The action and fight scenes can be very good. Some people compare it to Yes 5 Go-Go and Yes 5. However, Yes 5's animation style is kind of aged with time and a little bit dated. This is a very modern approach, and the animation style still lives up to 2024 standards. Yes 5 was considered the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers of Precure. This is a good season to start off with to get you understanding what the franchise is as a whole. If I'm not mistaken, the season aired after an earthquake or tsunami in Japan, followed by Sweet, the season that aired before it, so this season was meant to make viewers smile, a little bit more lighthearted, but still it has some core family values and themings in the show that are very good that I still carry on to this day. Great season to start off with, and my month's number 1 recommended for new viewers of the franchise. Thank you guys so much for watching this. By the way, I am running short on time. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 letting you know the 2 other seasons I highly recommend people watching first. after smile, of course. Leave a comment down below and like this video and let me know if you actually want to see that. My name is Pop5Chan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And always, stay magical, stay Precure. I don't even really have ending. I don't know what I'm saying. Bye!